Good morning, everybody. How you doing? So remember last week I mentioned the single origin Bluebeards, the new ones that are coming out? Well, I'm doing another one of those today, and it is the Columbian. So I'm doing the Kalita pour over. Go grab yourself a cup, come join me, and by the time you get back, this is going to be all ready for me to have a first sip. It's all set. Got the last drip out of it. So I chose the Kalita today. I kind of like it. It's an easy pour, you know, and paper filter. How do you like to brew yours? Wait a minute. I need a sip of coffee. I haven't had any yet this morning. Ooh, hot. What's it say? Mandarin, sweet tea, and clove. I got the clove. I particularly like clove with coffee, actually. I have just a little side note. I have a hand grinder at home, and I use it for spices most of the time. Well, we had a power outage, so I threw some coffee in it, and the last thing was in it was clove. And that's a really pungent herb, so I couldn't get it out. And I brewed, and it was like, wow, hint of clove in the coffee. It was delicious. So there you go, just a little side note. Anyway, how do you like to brew? Do you like to use metal filter? Paper filter? You know, Chemex, they have the paper and the metal now. So what do you like to do? Let me know. Leave it in the comments down below. And that's really nice. Speaking of comments, let's see what the comments were from last week's videos. So, from last week's Good Morning Gail, this is E-L-E-K-T-I-K. I could butcher that one, I'm telling you, I could really good. So, love the cup. What is it? It's this one right here. Not neutral, the Lino line, and comes in lots of different colors, the mug, and it also comes in cappuccino and latte cups, more of a saucer kind of a cup. So, check that out on our webpage, and I mean, can you tell that the red might be one of the colors we like around here? Just saying. And then, from the Apartamento Crew review, does anybody know how long this machine takes to heat up? And that was Brett asked that question. Well, any machine, whether it be a single boiler, heat exchanger, double boiler, any machine that has a boiler in it takes 20 minutes to actually get the whole machine hot. That's not saying that the boiler isn't ready. The boiler will be ready on the Apartamento in about 8 to 10 minutes. But the E61 brew head gets its hot water that circulates through it to heat up the brew head from the boiler. The E61 is going to be cold. The portafilter is going to be cold. So you want to wait for that action to happen, the water to start circulating around. And it's the same thing in a single boiler. You put the portafilter in place with no coffee, and we'll let everything get hot. And if you don't, that first shot that you make will be, the portafilter will be sapping the heat out of the shot, and the shot will not taste good. Hands down, it just won't taste good. So that's my advice to you, Brett. From the Escasso Dream Up Crew review, can I backflush my Escasso Dream Up? I would love a video showing how to do this. No, you cannot. And the reason is the machine, whatever machine it is, has to have the three-way solenoid valve. Your machine does not. So it does have a purge up in the top of the machine that you can't see, but it's not the three-way solenoid valve. So you cannot actually backflush that machine. It would not be good for the pump. It would probably blow it up in one fashion or another. Not an actual explosion, but it would probably very much harm the internals of the pump. Jeremiah and Spencer did a video describing backflushing and descaling on the tune-up for what. So check that out, Jeremiah and Spencer's video. Check that one out. So another sip of coffee. What are you drinking today? That's yummy. Come back and join me in a minute, and we'll talk about what's coming up next week. You know, when I put cream in this, it totally kind of switched up a little bit. It brought out the mandarin that it talks about, a little more fruity notes. Okay, just letting you know. You thought I was going to say just saying, didn't you? Oh, and by the way, I got some feedback from one of the people that got one of those t-shirts, the Just Saying t-shirts. Thanks for sending in the photo, Larry. Pretty sure his name was Larry. I really appreciated that. So this week we're switching up our videos just a little bit, and we're going to stretch it out a bit. So on Monday, I'm going to do a crew review of the Jura E8. This is the latest model of the E8. It's a little bit different, so stay tuned for that one. Wednesday, the Polish take on Irish coffee for my coffee collaboration. Check that one out. That was delicious, by the way, and a little bit of partaking of a little bit of vodka early in the morning. It was good. So bring your ID. And then on Friday, I do a comparison of the Escasso Dream Up and the Sylvia. So those machines are, you know, somewhat alike, but very different. So check that one out. And what are we going to do now? You said it, I heard. We're going to roll a sneak peek. I say, I'm going to make you a drink so that you can see. And what I've chosen to make today is the flat white. You can actually have a flat white in here, and it's programmed. We already programmed it. Making it into a clear glass so that you can see just how that looks. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Vodka, woof, woof. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? Don't you think? Comes with the pressurized and the non-pressurized, which is a little more forgiving. Comes with the Panarella, which is more forgiving. Has the gauge so you can see where the temperature is. Gives you a little more preciseness. This one, you're going to have to temperature serve to figure out where it's at, but once you get there, I would say, well, you have to get the grind right on this. The grind has to be right, and you're looking for 2 ounces in 20 to 30 seconds. Thanks for watching again this week, folks. So, I'm not going to be around for a couple of weeks. I'm going on vacation, and you know, once in a while, even I get to go on vacation. But I will be drinking my coffee every Sunday morning, so I'll be thinking of you, and you guys don't stop because I'm not around. I can just see all the emails coming in. Gail was on vacation, so we didn't have our cup of coffee on Sunday morning. What were they thinking? Well, we're thinking of you. We just want you to continue to have that coffee. I don't have to be the one that instigates it every Sunday morning. I'm sure you can take over from here. So stay tuned and watch the videos this coming week, and I'll be back in a couple. Maybe I'll even have a little bit of a tan. Who knows? Thanks a lot for watching.